Someone on Reddit figured out that if you make Claude talk like a caveman, it uses 75% fewer tokens and actually gives better answers. It got 10,000 upvotes, and that's a lot. And then someone turned it into a GitHub plugin. Then it went viral like a crazy. That's the Claude ecosystem right now. Every week, developers are building tools on the top of the Claude Code that makes it faster, smarter, and cheaper to run. And most people have no idea these exist. Today, I'm showing you 7 of them. So let's start. Quick note. All of these tools live inside or around Claude Code, which is Anthropic's agentic coding tool. Some of these you can even use if you're not a developer. I'll tell you which one as we go. So let's start with the first tool. And the first tool that we would focus would be solving our memory problem. The original problem with the Claude Code was brutal. Every single session starts from zero. You'd spend a full day or at least couple of hours explaining your entire code base, entire architecture, your preferences, and your default decisions. And the next morning, Claude woke up with no memory of any of it, like a new contractor you are. Claude now takes notes on itself during your sessions and saves them between sessions automatically. Every AI coding tool has the same brutal flaw. You work with it for a full day, explaining your architecture, your decision, and your ongoing bugs. And the next session, totally blank. The AI has no idea of what you are and what you have been building. A developer named Alex got tired of it and built ClaudeMem. It now has more than 65k stars on GitHub. And that's not a side project anymore. It's basically an infrastructure. Okay, so here is the ClaudeMem GitHub. As you guys can see, it's having approx 75,000 stars. And the installation is pretty simple. We just need to come over here and you just need to put this command to install, and Claude or Gemini or OpenCode, anywhere you want to install. And what it will do is it would give the persistent memory. And now in every new session, you don't have to give everything. And the best feature about this is you can actually see the live session. There is a web viewer UI that you can see on your localhost, and it keeps updating every time. Here's my one. As you can see, I have like all these history because I keep using the Claude Code for everything. So you can keep seeing here that everything is there, and you can even have the session summary. And then some of the session where I don't want the summary, you can see like a full session script here. And the best thing about the ClaudeMem is that you would save 10x of your token usage every time you use it, and it's so handy. And over here I have connected it to the Claude and Codex both. I don't use Codex much, so you'll not see anything here, but yeah, so you can see everything over here. So the second skill that we want to talk about is something called Graphify. So when Claude Code works on a large project, it finds file the same way a lost tourist wants to find the address, by searching the street by street until something matches. And for a code base which is having like more than 500 files or something, Claude is rereading your entire project from scratch in every session, and that costs a lot of token, and that also takes a lot of time. And it still misses the connection between the files that a human architect would see immediately. And Graphify solves that problem with just one idea. Instead of reading your code, just map it. So similarly, we have the GitHub for the Graphify as well, and it's almost having like 50,000 stars now. And the idea is pretty simple, that it would go through all of your files and make a map of it, and so it would be easy for the Claude Code or any other agentic tool to see like how your repo works. And you can even pick up your platform. There are like a lot of options here, and the installation is pretty easy as well, as you can see over here. And there is like a lot of commands that we can use. If we use the Graphify and put dot there, it would just build the graph for the current repo, and then you can actually see that. So I'll show you how, but before moving that, there are other options as well, as you can re-extract only changed files. So you don't need to create the repo again and again or create the map again and again. You can just use the update command, and you can also rerun clustering without re-extracting every info. And suppose if you don't want the visualization, you can use like no-viz flag, And similar, there are other flags that you guys can have a look over here. So for one of the folder that I have, I use /Graphify, and as you can see, it's created like a lot of nodes here, and all the nodes are interconnected. Whenever it finds there is any file and there is an interconnection there, and even you can zoom in. Like I can't show you guys everything that's in here, but even if you can zoom in and see what is connected with what, and so it's pretty cool. So from the point you install Graphify, so before that Claude searches any file, it checks the graph. It navigates by structure, not by grabbing through everything raw. And as the result, the token cost would reduce up to by 70 times on large projects. Not 70%, 70 times. And the best thing about Graphify, it's free, open source, and works with literally any AI coding tool. I use it with Claude Code and Codex. You can literally use with anything. But here's what I want you to notice about these two tools together. ClaudeMem gives Claude memory of what happened in your sessions in the past, and Graphify gives any AI agentic tool formates Claude understanding of how your code is structured. So that's the super combination of memory and intelligence. And tool 3 that we are going to talk about is where it gets completely different. The last tool that we are talking about is everywhere over the internet. Whether you check X, LinkedIn, or Reddit, it's literally everywhere. And it's called Paperclip. Paperclip describes itself as an orchestration layer for zero human companies. Yes, you heard it right. It's zero human companies. That sounds like a marketing, but it's not. Here's the real problem it solves. As soon as you're running more than one Claude Code session, so you have got one agent writing code, another agent reviewing your other code or solving the PR, one handling the documentation, it becomes chaos. You can't track every agent by yourself. Track which agent is doing what by checking it multiple times, and you mess it up. Session die on reboot and lose all context. There is no contradiction, no budget control, no accountability. But do you know what's the best thing? Paperclip fixes this by turning your AI agents into an actual organization. Yes, the actual organization. This is Paperclip's GitHub, and as we can see, it's about like 65,000 stars. So that's a lot. Now, if we scroll down, and we can see it's kind of running your open source orchestration, and that can manage your multiple AI agents. And the best thing about it is it's like a single company, like a zero human company that you are running. You can define the goal, you can hire the team, you can approve and run. So basically it deploys like CEO, CTO, engineers, marketers, everything, and you can use any provider. And the best thing about this is it can also control your cost. So if there is an easy task, it would not give to the high cost models. And if there is a very hard task like reasoning or something, it might use Claude Code. So that's pretty good. And what's under the hood you are getting is you have all these different agents. And then on the top of it, there is a Paperclip server. And this Paperclip server has everything. It's having like which task to give to which agent, how to plan the budget, how to take care of the governance and approvals, and every single thing. And people are creating like $1 million company out of this. And the installation is again pretty easy. You just need to install using one command, and that's all. Paperclip fixes everything by turning your AI agents into an actual organization. When you open Paperclip, you're not looking at a chat interface or a terminal, you're looking at a company dashboard. You have a CEO agent, engineer agents, Q&A agents. Each one has a title, job description, a reporting line, and a budget. You are the board. You approve, hire, set strategy, and review work. But you don't do the work. That's the good thing. Add a task. Paperclip assign it to the right agent based on their role. The agent picks it up, works on it using the Claude Code or any other AI tool that you want to use under the hood, and reports back when it's done. And this also helps you in control the budget per agent. You can set a monthly spend limit of your work, and when you hit 80% you get a warning. At 100% it auto pauses, so there is no surprise in the bills as well. That's pretty good. But there is a catch here. Paperclip won't catch a bad decision. If an agent writes a stupid code confidently, Paperclip locks it but doesn't stop it. You still need to review the output. The zero human framing is aspirational, not literal, but as an orchestration layer for running multiple agents with structure and accountability. Nothing else comes even close to it. It's open source, free to run. You can only pay for the API calls your agents make. And look how these three tools stack together. ClaudeMem remembers what happened. Graphify, Claude understands your code. Paperclip, Claude runs your operation. That's the full picture. Memory plus intelligence plus autonomy. What else you need? 3 tools. Let me run them back fast. ClaudeMem, approx 65,000 stars, persistent memory across every Claude Code sessions. Captures everything, compress it with AI, injects it back when you need it, one install and all good to go and solve all of your memory problem. Then Graphify maps your code base into a knowledge graph that's visual, interactive, and up to 70 times cheaper. Yes, 70 times cheaper to run on a large project. Still one command and you are there. The last one, Paperclips, turns multiple coding agents into a company. You'll get a dashboard, they'll do all the work. You can see your organizational charts, tickets, budgets, everything. So this is the full Claude Code ecosystem. And the full ecosystem is moving fast than almost anything else in the AI right now. These 3 tools didn't even exist a year ago. A year from now, this kind of infrastructure will be how everyone works. If you're not paying attention to this space, you should start now. Subscribe. I cover these kind of technology every week, and I only make videos about things that actually moves the needle. Drop a comment, which of the 3 are you setting up first? I read every single one of them. All the 3 links are in the description. Go build something unique. The AI is moving fast.